What is Fender up to now? This morning, I was scrolling Instagram, and I came across this curious ad from Fender. It featured the Fender 210 bass and Fender 135 guitar. What? Look at those headstocks. That's not a Fender shape, and that's not a Fender logo decal. And clicking the products just took me to Fender's homepage. I googled Fender 210 bass, and not surprisingly, the results were almost all for the Rumble 210 bass amp. But there's a sponsored product placement with Fender's name for that same weird knockoff bass for $199. Click. Yep, just the Fender homepage again. Then I went to the Fender shop on Instagram, and sure enough, I can find the product there too. Fender's promoting it in their Instagram shop like it's a real product they make, but the link just goes to their homepage. But now I've seen the headstock close up enough to read. Nashville Guitar Works. Is this some new sub-Squire entry-level brand? Let's find out. No, it seems to be its own thing, and it's a division of MIRC LLC. What's that? Musical Instrument Reclamation Corporation. I found that information on Reverb. It's more thorough than what they say on their own website. So, my guess then is that Nashville Guitar Works is the label for their house brand of new instruments, presumably made in the same factories in China or Indonesia that are cranking out inexpensive yet surprisingly consistent instruments these days. Which still doesn't explain why Fender is using pictures of their guitars to create fake, inexpensive product listings designed to lure people to their website. Although I guess maybe that sentence explains it. These days, Amazon is flooded with cheap instruments that imitate the iconic Fender guitar and bass body designs. The Fender headstock shapes are still trademarked, though, so you can tell these knockoffs instantly by looking at that end. Does Fender think young players are actually drawn to those now? Possibly because they symbolize low price, and hope to get those potential customers to consider the real thing instead? Since I make my living as a web developer, I'm kind of fascinated by what Fender is trying to do here. It's odd that this Fender 210 bass page is actually indexed by Google, but in the browser it's just a redirect to Fender's homepage. That says to me that Fender is sniffing the user agent string and letting Google's crawler read the actual page for indexing, but is applying the homepage redirect to human users only. They really want people to find this cheap bass that doesn't actually exist. Whatever the case, this is just weird.